Hey, didn't see you there. Welcome back to the vlog. Today we've got a pretty exciting one for you. We're gonna go check out some pretty legendary RVs. The fact is you can't even buy these anymore. For me to be this excited this early in the morning, it must be pretty awesome. Let's go.
Say you found the story all tucked away in the back of the room, been lost for years, far away from the glory, in the midst of our day-to-day routine, in the corner of our mind.
Well, hello there. So happy to see you here. We are not at the RV museum just yet because we got a little hungry and we figured you might want to come have some breakfast with us. So let's go.
We decided to eat at the Tipsy Biscuit, located in downtown Elkhart, Indiana. It is a very small, quaint restaurant that is themed perfectly. It had a very industrial cottage feel about it. We had around a 30-minute wait, so that's always a good sign. Jen had gluten and dairy-free eggs Benedict. It was cooked perfectly. The eggs were properly poached and the homemade tater tots were fantastic. I had a chorizo and jalapeno relish Gouda cheese omelet with house-made home fries. It was jam-packed with locally made chorizo that had just the right amount of kick. It was a great breakfast and I would definitely return. It was just what we needed to get the day started. Ooh, I don't know about you guys, I am stuffed. That was delicious. It was a chorizo and jalapeno omelet and it was packed full of chorizo. Anyway, we're gonna hop in the van and we're gonna head to the Motorhome Hall of Fame. So I'm pretty excited. Let's get there. Elkhart, Indiana is located in northern Indiana, about an hour and a half from Chicago, 15 miles east of South Bend, which is also the home of the University of Notre Dame. There are around 54,000 residents in the Michigan-Indiana border town. Elkhart is widely known as the RV manufacturing capital of the world. More than 80% of all production RVs are produced just right here. Elkhart definitely has a small town American feel.
So our adventure has brought us here to the RV Motorhome Museum and Hall of Fame. But the reason why we are here is to show you the evolution of campers. People have been camping for over a century for pleasure, not just nomadically. So I can't wait to show you some of these really, really cool RVs. Come on. What we're looking at back here is the first RV that was ever manufactured. This RV is a 1913 Earl travel trailer and Model T Ford. It's on permanent display courtesy of Thor Industries. Can you imagine being in 1913, cruising around in this baby, just like camping wherever, doing your thing? It's pretty cool to be standing next to a camper that is over a century old.
So what we have behind me is a Stewart 6, but this is what they considered a luxury house car before the market crash of 1929. These things are pretty sweet. You can really tell the craftsmanship and the ingenuity they put into these. I mean, because for their time, they had nothing to copy, no one to copy. The craftsmanship is stellar, like nothing like you see today on traditional RVs or manufactured RVs. Pretty impressive. One of the things I really love about it are the headlights. They're just that traditional, classic, super vintagey look. The body's all steel, so these things were tanks. These things were built to withstand and obviously to last almost 100 years. So something kind of funny and interesting about these is you had two doors. You had one here for the driver. There's not like a mid-entry or a front passenger side. Then you have this rear door here like the school buses had. One thing that really stands out to me about this RV is all the windows. I could not imagine, or I wouldn't have imagined them putting this many windows in an RV back, you know, in the 1920s. I mean, I guess when you think about it, it was really designed to be outdoors and to bring the outdoors inside as much as they could. I'm sure that's probably the idea behind it.
But wait until the end, because we have an RV prototype to show you that is really out of this world. Right now, let's check out this one. This car was actually Mae West's car from 1931. Paramount Studios used it to get Mae to stop with vaudeville and come record their movies. So this was more like a chauffeur lounge car that they would use to bring Mae from where she was staying to production in wherever they were filming. So it's pretty cool that they use these kinds of things back in the 30s to transport movie stars. Some of these campers actually have a yellow line, and so the ones that have the yellow line means do not enter.
What are you doing? We got to get on with this tour.
Me and Fred here, we're bonding over campers, but you're right. See you later, Fred.
So this one behind me is actually probably one of my favorite ones. It actually was built specifically for Charles Lindbergh. Funny thing about it that caught my attention is it has two axles, one in the front, one in the rear. It almost looks like a drivable. They said they designed it that way for the stability, so when they parked overnight, they didn't have to unhook the vehicle, and it was just on its own. This trailer didn't sway, so they didn't have to rely on any type of leveling jack. This thing looks really awesome. Like, it's super sleek looking. I dig it. Check this thing here out. Like, I don't really know what they were thinking when they built this, but this was designed by an aircraft, seacraft. Like, I think he made seaplanes. Like 1935 ballast. They put the entrance door above the hitch, which is very interesting. I guess, you know, they designed it where it had enough clearance from the jack, so they put the entrance door. I can claim I've never seen that in my life. And as soon as you walk in, you have the galley, followed by, looks like some sort of living room, and you know, then your sleeping area back there. And it looks like it's all skinned in wood, which is pretty cool to fit the formation of this very uniquely designed trailer.
You gotta check this out. I found a composting toilet before composting toilets were cool. Look. Look at this little guy right here. Composting toilet before it was even a thing. This 1936 road home coach looks really, really cool.
This little beauty here looks like it might be homemade or something.
Actually, Kyle, you're not too far off course. This was built in 1930, and it is a self-built travel trailer. I find it so amazing that in the 30s, they were building their own travel trailers. Just like schoolies and buses and vans, we're building those today ourselves to travel in. So I think it's great to see that not all RVs have to be manufactured from a factory.
What I have behind me is a 1937 Hunt's house car. Probably the most innovative looking house car I've seen yet. Just the craftsmanship and the bodywork is pretty unbelievable. They did this in the 1930s, right before the war. You know, they didn't really have the technology and the equipment and machinery we have today, yet they were still able to pull off something that looked this incredible. It's pretty impressive. What we have here is a 1954 Yellowstone travel trailer. What caught my attention with this one, the aluminum, the polished aluminum finish, but two, it has two doors. This one's kind of odd. It's just like right at the foot of the bed. I'm not really sure the point of that one. And then check out this screen door that it had, all made of wood, out of some type of some metal material. That's pretty cool. It looks like almost like a vent material. You can actually go in this one. Let's go check out. Jen's in here in the kitchen. Boy, what are we gonna do with that?
I was checking out the oven. Look how cool this camper is. Hey, the closet is actually over here, really spacious for a travel trailer. And then over here, we have yet another massive closet. Holy crap. The icebox is pretty adorable. For an RV fridge, still fairly spacious.
Yeah, this is electric, I believe.
It is a well-built camper. Granted, the campers of today are not built the same way, but I think you could pull this one out of here and camp in it and be able to fit your family and cook and just live life comfortably in here.
So this little trailer behind me here signifies pretty modern in uses even today. It was the first trailer to ever use fiberglass for its construction of the body, and also the first trailer or RV to utilize the word slide out for the extendable bed in the rear of the RV. Which anymore, I mean, that's just common practice for RV manufacturers. I'm gonna take you guys in a carriage, which even today is still, I would think, considered one of the better built production RVs on the industry. But this was the first production all fiber, one piece fiberglass body, and it was designed and built by Carriage. It was also built with retirees and full-time nomads and travelers in mind, relatable to what we're doing today. And I'm gonna take you in one right now that has some huge significance in my life. This is actually a Bluebird Wander Lodge from the 80s. This is the very first bus I ever drove, and probably part of what sparked my love for buses. This one was actually purchased by Keep Your Daydream, the popular YouTube channel, and they had it outfitted all in Route 66 interior. Obviously, looks like they did a little bit of they did some upgrades. They got quite a bit of Victron in there up under the rear bed area. Something Bluebird or Wander Lodge did that was very unique is a lot of times they just had the two twin beds in the back. But these things were iconic. These things were so overbuilt and so ahead of their time as far as technology. Bluebird and Wander Lodge put so much tech into these. They were super cool. I mean, just kind of the aircraft feel. This was my brother Steven's first bus, and I remember I helped him drive it home from North Georgia somewhere. I drove about half the way, and I think it's safe to say a good portion of my love for these old buses started right here with this exact bus. I want to take you in this beauty right here. Like, this thing is in pristine condition. It's a 1986 Executive Diplomat Edition. I wonder if that has anything to do with Monaco, or if they had anything to do with Monaco. Monaco used the Executive. Holiday Rambo, I believe, used the Diplomat. Anyway, this thing is in pristine condition. What? I just keep finding you in these RVs.
But I'm having a lot of fun in all of these cool rigs. It would have been awesome back in this RV's day to travel around in it and like see Yellowstone right out your front window.
I mean, I guess I wasn't the only thing legendary that happened in 1986.
No, honey, you weren't the only thing legendary that happened then. This RV is pretty cool. I mean, I love the fact that they use all wood in these things, like it's a real tile table. These were built to last, and I'm digging this one. I don't know if I would change it at all.
And last they have.
Is this the last one?
Oh, they've lasted.
Oh. All right, let's go. We have perused a lot of RVs today. We've saved the most interesting for last. We're taking you to one of the newest innovations in RV travel, and looks a little different than these around here. In addition to the old section with all the stuff from the past, they have a new section substantially smaller with a couple of kind of more modern RVs and I guess kind of the direction things are going. I take you in this one right here. So apparently this one, it has Furrion written all over it, which I know is a RV, they make a lot of RV components, appliances, stuff like that. This thing's pretty wild looking, check it out.
So this one's actually a Class A drivable. You walk in, first thing I noticed was this, looks almost like boat decking, and it feels like, it's like a composite material. I don't think it's wood, but it's definitely a wet material that's designed to get wet. This thing is very interesting looking. I don't even actually fully know what it does. It has this massive, I would say probably 80-inch plus TV. And one of the interesting things is there's these hydraulic struts here. I'm assuming this roof opens up because you can see around it a little bit. So I'm assuming what this thing does is allows you to open this up and stargaze and kind of really bring the outside in.
I'm jealous because they have a deck up top. As you can see, they have stairs here that are lighted.
That is pretty cool.
It takes you up to your rooftop deck.
I definitely wouldn't want to have to try to navigate these stairs after a couple cold ones. So moving further back, you have a pretty high-tech looking shower in there. Do not push any buttons or turn on any additional amenities. I can still go in here. It's all touch screen. I guess you can adjust your temperature, stuff like that. It's got, gosh, what, 2, 4, 6, 8 jets here, a rained head shower above. I don't know that I need that much technology in my shower. To each their own. I don't know if this slides out. I don't know. This thing is very strange. Let me show you the bedroom.
Wait. This is like...
Yeah, it opens up here. It looks, and then there's a gap, but this is the rear of it, and it's a bedroom. I'm not really sure what's going on with that.
I don't know. This RV is so futuristic. It is way above my pay grade.
It's got some type of elevator system or lift system right here. Maybe when we get home, we can do some research on what this thing actually is. Definitely a prototype of some sort. Nonetheless, pretty interesting, I guess would be the word I would use. I'm definitely digging that TV right there, though. I could definitely kick back and enjoy that quite well. Interesting looking cockpit, completely digital dash. It has some type of screen over here. I'm assuming probably backup cameras, side cameras. That's pretty traditional RV stuff over here. From the front of the RV to the driver's seat, it's like a good 5 or 6 feet. Like, that's kind of strange. That is a scary sight right there.
What? I can do it. I can drive. I've driven Blue Betty.
I don't know how I feel about this. I think I'll stick to my bus. So yeah, it actually has the deck railing is all up here. So I'm assuming the entire top of this thing converts into some sort of deck, calling it Furion Design. Let me know in the comments below if you know anything about these, because I, in fact, do not.
Those were some pretty epic RVs.
It's kind of cool to see where this all came from and where it started to where it is now. It was cool to visit it ever since they built this place. I think it opened in 07. I've always wanted to check it out. Definitely worth the stop. Right off of I-80. No excuses.
But now we've been off for the whole day, having fun, eating, doing all the things. We've got to get back and check on some kids and some puppies.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
1, 2, 3, go. We just landed. I bet there's some puppies that want to see us.
That's pretty much guaranteed.
Is there some puppies in here? Oh, there's the Kevster, and the Weezy, and the Fifi, and the Chico. Oh my goodness, look at those puppy butts just a wagging. Oh, the Kevster. Here's our beautiful babies. What did you guys do today?
Clean and watch some TV.
What? You cleaned the bus for me? Whoa. What about you?
Nothing except to help clean.
Hey, that's a big accomplishment.
What about Dish Mountain over there? Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. So this adventure, I think, is officially over.
Say bye, everybody. Say bye, guys. I love you guys. You're the best. All right, this adventure is really over. We'll see you on the next one.